What you are about to see is designed to help you understand what happens when poor choices are made. It is designed to show you what can happen as a result of texting and driving. It's designed to show you that you involve more people in your bad choice than just the people you're with. It's designed to make you think. What you are going to see, fortunately, is not real. It's a dramatization, but it's something that happens every day in the United States. It happens because someone decides that text will only take a second to read, a second to respond, and decides that it just cannot wait. We are doing this today to make you understand it can wait. Was that text worth it? Was that text your last? If you are texting, you're not driving. Let's set the scene for you. It's Friday, and the school kids are anxious to be getting out of school. Annika and her friends jump into the car and head off for Plentywood. Approaching the slough before Flaxville, she gets a text from her mom. She grabs her phone to respond. While replying to the text, she crosses the center line, hitting another vehicle head-on. Annika's car is now pushed off the side of the road, completely crushed. The front of the car is now sitting in the front seat. The other car was caused to roll 3 times, with people being ejected. Another vehicle passed by and immediately called 911.
Blood everywhere. Just get help here quickly. Go. Yeah. 760, I don't know, 0558. That's it. Thank you. Hurry.
County ambulance, you are needed for a 2-car accident on Highway 5 in the slough. 1 car is turned over, unknown victims at this time. Again, Daniels County ambulance, you are needed on Highway 5 at the slough for a 2-car accident. 1 is turned over, unknown victims at this time.
Phase 2, 19 acknowledge.
419, 1252. Phase 2, EMS 13 acknowledges.
Phase 2, EMS 16 acknowledges.
21 and Emily acknowledge.
Acknowledge.
26 is in town and will respond.
And EMS 15 is responding as well.
The Sheriff's Department is the first unit on scene. The officer notifies EMS this is a severe accident with personal injuries to more than 5 people.
Emily is responding. Try to have Emily down. Ambulance, we will need our backup ambulance for this accident in the slough. Again, Daniels County Ambulance, we will need this backup ambulance for the accident in the slough.
10-4, we copy.
4-1253.
Phase 2, did you page the rescue truck yet?
Not yet, will do.
10-4, thank you.
Daniels County Rescue Truck, you are needed for a two-vehicle accident on the slough. Again, Daniels County Rescue Truck, you are needed for a two-vehicle accident at the slough.
Phase 2, Scobie 3 can respond.
10-4, Scobie 3, 1254.
Because this is staged with the slough, it normally takes our rescue personnel anywhere between 8 and 10 minutes to respond. That is once they are en route. I'm going to take this time to just talk to you about what happens when the phones go off. We are at work, we're at church, we're at a school function, we're at a holiday dinner, or we're sleeping at 2 a.m. These responders get up no matter what time of day, change their clothes, head out just the way they are, and are usually en route within 2 minutes. Before they arrive, the sheriff and his deputy assess everybody's injuries. Our first ambulance is en route. They are assessing everybody. They are in constant contact with the responding ambulances, letting them know what injuries they have and how severe it is. This also keeps the hospital notified on the radio what they're going to have coming in. This is what happens in real life. This may be staged, but I want you to look at this and know this is what we deal with on a regular basis. There are crashes like this one multiple times a day all over the United States.
Show A at the scene.
The Daniels County Ambulance arrives on scene. Based on the early information, we request activation of our Daniels Memorial Trauma Team. These EMS units are staffed with advanced EMTs and first responders who are specially trained for emergencies like this one. As soon as EMS arrives on scene, triage begins. Triage involves evaluation of all of the injuries to the victims have suffered and treating the most seriously injured person first. Daniels County Rescue Truck arrives on scene. They will check the scene for hazards due to the crash. They make sure the scene is safe. They will secure the car on its top. And they provide extrication. Our Daniels County Rescue Truck is equipped with the Jaws of Life and many other pieces of equipment that will help get victims out of the car. After one of the EMTs assesses Aspen, she was sitting in the middle back seat when the two vehicles crashed head-on. Because she was not wearing a seatbelt, she was thrown through the windshield on impact. The EMT finds Aspen is not breathing. She has no pulse. She's declared dead at the scene. An EMT will then put a sheet over her body and the coroner will be notified. After an EMT assesses Sage, she was the passenger in Annika's car. Because Sage chose to wear her seatbelt, she was not thrown through the windshield. Sage is slumped up in the seat, unable to move and unable to feel her legs. Anna has an open fracture to her right arm. She was riding behind the passenger. In the quick instant she realized they were going to hit the car, she put her arms out on the seat to brace herself. When the car hit, her arm broke and protruded to her skin. Her wound is immediately wrapped to stop the bleeding and she will be assessed. The rescue truck is getting their Jaws of Life set up. Peyton is trapped inside the car. He was in the middle back seat of the car on its top. Because Peyton wore a seatbelt, he was not ejected. Janella was riding in the back seat behind Annika. She's breathing and alert. The EMT finds she has complaints of her left ankle and a small laceration to her forehead. She was wearing her seatbelt and she will be assessed later. In the second vehicle that's on its top, Hunter was ejected to no seatbelt. He's found lying from the car. The EMT finds he is not breathing. He has no pulse. He's declared dead on arrival and they place a sheet over his body and notify the coroner. The passenger, Caitlin, was also ejected. She's lying outside the car with a major head laceration and an obvious broken leg. The EMTs control her bleeding. Once the bleeding is under control, they will splint her leg. Because of the head injury, Caitlin is unaware of what happened and unsure of the date today. She will be quickly loaded into the ambulance where an IV will be started, oxygen will be applied, and the trauma team is awaiting her at the hospital with a flight team on standby. Because Peyton was in the back seat, he is trapped. They will work on getting him out first. Kylie Cook was riding behind the passenger. During the roll, she was ejected and thrown 50 feet from the car. She's semi-unconscious. She has broken ribs. And a punctured lung. There's blood coming from her mouth, which may indicate internal bleeding. She's put on the back board. The respirations are so low, they apply non-injury mask. They quickly get an AED ready as she is declining quickly. The EMTs get everything ready in case she stops breathing and her heart stops. Caitlin is in very critical condition. She is rushed to the hospital where the trauma team is fully ready and a flight team is on standby. Kylie Simonson was riding behind the driver in the back seat. She was ejected during the roll, but the car landed on her. Because of the weight, it crushed her chest from inside. She's declared dead at the scene and the coroner is notified. When the coroner arrives, who is also our sheriff, he begins to assess the fatalities. He will eventually take the sheets off of each one, take photos and videos of the entire scene. This information will be needed to provide information in court later. After the coroner is done conducting his report, the bodies are hauled to the morgue until they will be transported for autopsy. Afterwards, he will knock on the parents' doors to let them know their child is dead. Take a quick moment to explain to you this is why these crews put in so many hours of training, so many hours of class, and even travel to the training so they know just what to do in an emergency like this one. Goldie and Daniels County is very lucky to have crews like these. All of our crews here today are purely volunteers. So every time you see them, or even their job unpaid to respond to any kind of call. Montana Highway Patrol is on scene anytime there is a car crash that involves fatalities, whether it is any kind of car crash. Montana Highway Patrol is in charge. Right now, all of our nurses at the hospital and all of our staff who's not on duty today are in and out to the hospital to be fully ready for the receiving trauma victims. Our flight teams in Glasgow, Billings, are in standby. Whether it's via helicopter or airplane, they will be ready and can be here in as little as 20 minutes. Because there were fatalities of each vehicle, the extent of the crash and the speed, every victim will be backported with their C-spine control. Highly equipped is responding quickly. They're doing everything they can to keep her stable and ready for transport. Because the injuries from the other car were so severe, the patients in this car will be fully assessed later. Their C-spine is controlled, they have oxygen, but because the injuries are not so bad, they will have to wait. There is a fireman inside the car. When this happens, because C-spine has to be controlled, typically they send one person inside the vehicle if possible to hold their C-spine to keep it in line until we can get them out. Whether it's a fireman or an EMT, somebody is always inside the vehicle with the victim. The victims may be staged, but the treatment that these crews are performing right now are very real. This is what happens in real life when we are caught in an accident. Because Cheyenne is severe, she is loaded first. She will be transported to the hospital first. Caitlin is also critical. Because of Caitlin's injuries, Caitlin is loaded and Caitlin will be transported as well. Because these crews begin to work, Caitlin's mother has to be escorted from the scene in order to perform properly. With the proper treatment, we cannot have her in the way, but because this is a small area, usually everybody hears about the accident, knows where we are going, and who is in it before we ever get there. Our ambulance can haul 2 patients at one time, one on the cot and one on the squat bed. Because we have 2 ambulances and the amount of patients we have, 2 victims will be transported at one time. Our U.S. Border Patrol is also staffed with a couple of EMTs. When things like this happen, Border Patrol is found and will provide any assistance that's needed. Because one of our victims is from Mexico and speaks Spanish, we need a translator. Fortunately, our U.S. Border Patrol is trained in speaking Spanish. He will then translate for our victim and our EMS personnel. The ambulance is in route with 2 patients. Because taking the seatbelt it in, he is upside down still in the seatbelt. This is why it's going to take a little while to get it out. Because Monica was texting while driving, it caused the accident, and tried fleeing from the scene upon arrival in fear of what she had just caused. She's been detained by the Daniels County Sheriff's Office. Because the victims and Paul Ron were not ejected and they were still sitting in the car, half backwards are applied to the EMS personnel can remove them from the vehicle without compromising their spine. Because of how Peyton was in the car, he's put on a vacuum splint. The vacuum splint works as a back source. It's full of tiny little beans like a beanbag kid, and when you pump the air out of it, it becomes stiff. Because the amount of victims takes the new EMS personnel, we use our rescue truck and firemen to drive the ambulance so we can have more EMTs in the back with the victims. Because this is Highway Patrol's crash, they will take photos, videos, and a full report of the incident. Highway Patrol will also assess each fatality. It has now been roughly 30 minutes since the 911 call came in, and most of the victims have been transported. Once the coroner is complete with his report, again, these victims will be hauled to the morgue. Because of the circumstances, they will be there until an autopsy is arranged later. Once the fatalities are identified, the coroner puts a tag on each one to identify them later. that for Kylie Simonson's parents, life will never be the same. They grieve over the loss of their daughter. They are bitter. They are angry and resentful towards the distracted driver who they believe killed her. Hunter planned on going to college for diesel mechanics after playing football during his high school career. Now Hunter's family will have to plan a funeral. Kylie Cook's injuries were severe, and unfortunately the trauma team did everything they could, but Kylie died 15 minutes after her arrival at the hospital. Kylie planned on pursuing her dream in performing arts, and now her family, just like Kylie's, is angry and bitter towards the driver who killed their daughter. Aspen was thrown through the windshield and died on scene as a result of not wearing a seatbelt. Sage is now paralyzed due to the injury she suffered during the crash. Sage's hopes of going to college and being in the medical field will now be much different as she requires help with everyday life skills. Annika was the driver, the one who decided to send the text message. That message that wouldn't take her long, only a couple seconds. Well, now that 2-second text message has cost kids their lives, their futures, for Annika, the Highway Patrol is going to explain to us just what's in store for Annika.
Well, I think we're going to look at reporting off either negligent homicide or felony criminal data. One of the gentlemen say, well, driving. Something considered to pay a fine to the judge, and there's $20 for done. This is prison time. 4 people are dead because of something she did or didn't do. In this case, she'd stay in her own lane. Whatever she's doing, distracted by texting. It's not going to be a pleasant time. 17 years old, she can still be tried as an adult. The charges won't come from me, they'll come from the county attorney. I'll submit a stack of paperwork about this fix, and eventually Annika's going to go away for a while. And her cell phone, you won't be having that. I'm going to see that as evidence. We'll get a search warrant, we're going to look at every text, every time it was made. That's going to be some pretty damning evidence. It's going to suck to have a text on your phone at the same time you crash.
What you have seen here today is not real this time. But tragedies like this one we have portrayed do happen far too often. Remember your friends and your family, and don't let yourselves become the real-life depiction of this fictional tragedy. Distracted driving kills. I want to stress the fact that picking up your phone, thinking whatever it may be, cannot wait. Puts your life at risk as well as many innocent people. I also want to stress that getting into a car after receiving a disturbing text or phone call puts you in a state unable to drive. The emotions while driving are critical. You are no longer fully alert or oriented enough to drive. Being sleep deprived is also a factor in driving. If you are awake for more than 24 hours, it is proven you are driving the same way you would if you were legally drunk. If you need to pull over or call for a ride, do it. You have seen a demonstration of some of the finest trauma care available, but the best trauma care prevention is prevention. Don't text and drive. Drive now and text later, because it can wait. Join the team and always remember to be responsible and take care of each other. I want you to remember, every time you glance at your phone, it is traveling the distance of a full football field at 55 miles per hour in a 3-second window. Put the phone down and remember just exactly what you witnessed today. Thank you.